Hello, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, I'm trying to learn C++ completely from ChatGPT. Right now, I'm working on practicing my smart pointers, and I am having some problems so far. All my code is actually working, but I was having some issues with actually getting the syntax correctly. And I'm pretty confused, like when to use like my auto end and that kind of special syntax, because something I would do is I would do something like course of course type course, and then it just wouldn't work, or it would throw me an error, I believe. Well, I don't know why my compiler right now is throwing me an error. That's interesting. But yeah, I still want to ask when to use the auto keyword, because it still kind of confuses me. So I'm gonna ask when to use the auto keyword in C++, especially in the context of smart pointers and pointers in general. So auto is basically a way to automatically deduce the type of variable for initializer. So I guess if you don't know what it is, you can always say auto. And apparently auto can simplify the declaration of variables with complex types such as iterators and smart pointers. Auto preserves type safety by deducing the exact type initializer. So I guess there's a bunch of other data types that a programmer does not actually need to know about because they can always auto. And auto helps avoid redundancy and potential errors when the type is already specified by the initializer. So in this case, I'm just going to declare my smart pointer with the word auto. Like this, in this case, it's a unique pointer. So I guess that's why you would use auto. And you should also use it for iterators. For example, this is to loop through a vector. But yeah, auto does apparently make your life easier in the same way high-level languages do. So I guess in this case, maybe I could have simply just done course and it still would have worked. And yeah, my compiler's not screaming at me, so maybe it does. But for now, let's keep at the best practice. Okay, now back to the assignment, I guess. So far I created a display one, but obviously we need a lot more functionality for our code to get working. So let's look back at the initial assignment and all the things we need to get done. So currently I'm working on the student class. So I created a constructor, this display, which is supposed to print the student details. And I just realized I made a loop through each of the courses. So yeah, I definitely screwed that up. But I can still use this code to maybe like loop out these are the current classes students taking, but let's first say the name and ID of the student. And then from here, I'm just gonna go back to our course display. And now we need to figure out a good format for this. So in this case, it should just say the title code. In this case, I feel like I want to create two different ones. Like I feel like there should be a display that shows all the enrolled students, but there also should be one that simply displays the info. So I'm gonna make a own function for that. Why am I now getting an error? That's so weird. Why was course display working? Oh, I forgot my const. I definitely need to ask why I need const for this to work. So the const keyword in the member function declaration, such as void display const, indicates that this member function does not modify the state of the object on which it's called. Allows calling function the const objects. You can call const member functions on const instances of the class without the const keyword. You won't be able to call them. Oh, that makes sense because I said this is a constant, so it shouldn't be able to change. Wait, so if I get rid of auto and course, and then get rid of const, it shouldn't throw any errors. Oh, that's pretty cool. I didn't know like you actually have to worry about that. Some things like I just don't think of in like other languages. Anyways, we should make this display the information. And this should then log out all of our students. So now I feel like, okay, now let's go back to what I need on my student class. We also need an add course method to add a course to enroll course. Now I need to think of a way to do this because in order to do that, I need to figure out a way how to add students to a class. So I feel like something I want to do, I hopefully it doesn't break any object-oriented principles, is that I'm gonna make a function on the course that makes it add a student, and then basically the student can call this course class. So operand of star must be pointer but has type void. Okay, when I got rid of the star, it started working. Let's use push. Okay, I should ask about that. Because maybe something I really need to do is start asking more questions, because the more I ask, the more I guess I'll actually understand of what's happening. Oh. I think I just forgot that when you use an arrow, it automatically dereferences it. This is something I feel like I learned a month ago. Now I forgot. Well, that's embarrassing. Anyways, this should hopefully be able to push students. Okay, that sounded off. This should hopefully be able to push students to back of the vector and essentially add them. So let's create a method to add a student. Add course. So my idea is that I would create an iterator to find it and use a lambda function. It's been a while since I've done this. So yeah, I just realized we have nothing keeping track of all the courses in general. And that's why we need to add in our university class. I just came off of like some vacation and I want to settle back in. I don't want to do too much today. So that is tomorrow's new problem. I don't know, I'm just feeling a little lazy in general. Anyways, if you enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up. Hope you subscribe like always. Bye bye.